the last game of the night. Terraform, a new map. Who is going to be moving it on to the next round here between Dark and FanTaSy? I don't know, Moonblade. What do you think?
Well, Terraform, hard to say. Let's see what FanTaSy can do to abuse this map like he did on Dash and Terminal. This one looks a little bit more straightforward though. We'll see.
It should be. Let's see how it all plays out here. Here to game number 5.
SK텔레콤 T1 닥 박영우 vs 데드 픽셀즈 판타지 정명훈.
Down here in the bottom right, in the purple, from SK Telecom T1, and it is Dark.
Player in the top left, FanTaSy from Dead Pixels. Looking to cause a bit of an upset today. Playing very well for the maps. He's really, he really understands them. Only been out for a little while now, but I guess he's had a lot more practice than some of these other players that have other commitments like Pro League and Star League. This map's pretty straightforward though, Valdez. I don't think we're going to see much shenanigans on it. No lifting of the CC, no tank drops and whatnot. I think it has to be a bit more straightforward this time.
Yeah, I believe so. And that's part of the reason why I would give Dark the advantage here. There is gold bases on this map. Of course, there's 2 of them, it looks like.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the third base for the Zerg would, I guess, have to be to the north. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that would definitely be the third base. They would not want to get the base closer, like, to the diagonal left.
And also you can attack from behind. That reminds me of like Foxtrot, man.
Yeah, you never
Remember
ever.
that map?
I
loved that one.
hate that map, Valdez.
Kappa Pride.
Yeah, they're kind of bases that are only good when you're really, in a good position. You can never really take them in the early to mid game when these attacks, these timing's going to come from the other player, especially from a Terran player. They can set up shop behind that. You're never minding that again.
Yeah. FanTaSy, it looks like, going to go for Marines to start things off. Maybe a reactor. Let's see.
Could just be a very quick factory. He's got a couple of Marines queued up, so that's what I'm leading to believe at this point. Gonna throw down a factory behind this and get out some pretty quick Hellions. Look at this quick Marine gonna find the Overlord. Maybe he's gonna consider lifting this Rax as well. Could be part of the plan, Valdez.
Upgrade
Looking
complete.
for the dome.
You got to get all the way up there.
Oh wait! Oh my goodness!
Wait.
Well, this is a common. This is actually. I cannot believe that they can see up there. And this is Dark figuring this map out at the same time. He's like, well, this map is broken. I should be able to sit an Overlord there.
I wonder if you can sit it on the other side. I guess not, just because you get the high ground vision from your own base.
That is.
Well, that's kind of crazy.
That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kind of a handicap going into this one already for Dark. Bit of a frustrating loss there at the start.
We've seen similar builds where you get out these 2 Marines. I feel like this is just FanTaSy knowing almost that Dark would think that you can put it up there, and he's like, no, I played a game where Zerg tried to do this to me, and I killed him.
Yeah.
I just killed him.
That could be it. Like, he really knows that, obviously Dark has only had 1 day of practice on these maps. Maybe a mistake from KeSPA Cup, for KeSPA Cup to put these on these new map pools. It is exciting to see these new maps, but a lot of these players do not have any of a chance to practice on them.
Yeah, certain players get definite advantages from being busy and whatnot, or disadvantages rather. Yeah. We're going to see Hellions popping out here now. He's produced, I think, 6 Marines.
Currently, it's sitting at 6.
Yeah.
Hellions behind this. Let's see. Is this Rax going to make a tech lab? Should at some point. Does have the money for it whenever he wants. So maybe it's just simply going to be another Medivac and an Armory.
Well, it's worked for him once.
Getting that feeling.
Yeah. First two Hellions popping out here, going to do a bit of scouting and just poking. Maybe force out some units that Dark wouldn't want to make.
Feeling that's going down now for Dark. Let's see if that was early enough. Still a while. I mean, Armory hasn't started just yet, but he is lining up for it. There we go.
Yep. It's very telling. Just watching the build of FanTaSy come to life, you can really tell what the idea is behind it. And Dark, unfortunately, well, his scouting overlord did get sniped, of course. For you guys who missed the beginning of the game.
Assuming that the Overlord could be parked above the natural.
You may have a better idea. But let's see. Baneliness is going to finish up here, but this attack is sitting right now.
Yeah.
Armory not yet done, but...
Not yet done. Going to make some now, actually. 5 Banes on the way.
Marines dropping out.
Yeah, with Marines behind, this is going to be even harder. These Banelings still got a while to go. The Queens all on half HP. One's going to go down. Covering for these Banes, and here they come out.
Banelings pop out. Oh, and they're going to hit a lot of these Hellbats, in fact.
They get the Hellbats, and still the Marines remain. The Medivac remains. Big hit there. That should be enough to clean this up.
Just barely.
He hit every single Marine with that Baneling.
That's insane. I think that's a mistake.
That's a massive blunder.
Huge group. And just a morph in front of all of those Banes that were morphing in front of his face.
I think that was a mercy move because he got that Overlord early. He's like, you know what? It's okay.
He was like almost overconfident or something, you know?
Almost, right? He
could have like even put your pre-split. He saw those Banelings morphing right in front of him, and
he was on the cusp of getting that victory there. If he had just dealt with that one Baneling, maybe he'd be killing drones right now.
It's almost like in baseball, you like lob someone a ball for them to home run, slam run it out of the park. Like, it's essentially what FanTaSy threw to Dark there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be pretty good for Dark.
FanTaSy by any means not out of it though. You know, it's simply an aggressive sort of start here. It forced out a lot of units as well of Dark. So Dark, he could have taken a lot more damage, that is for sure, but both players still pretty in this game.
Yeah, I still would give the lead to Dark here though.
Yeah, he certainly stabilized a lot earlier than maybe expected. Yeah, a lot of Hellions planning to go around the back way, but Overseer wards them off.
And a nice positioning. Looks like that was just for a scout for the main, but we'll spot him out regardless.
Yeah, might actually force Dark to make a few more Banelings for defense as well. You know, the follow-up that we have seen in the past from FanTaSy is that Hellbat Banshee sort of attack. That is a lot of Hellions, actually. That is currently sitting at 10 Hellions.
And continues to produce them, not letting up for now. It's going to be 10 Hellbats right in the face of Dark here.
Yeah. Here we go. Can the splitting be good? Looking good so far. Oh, one Banshee, one Queen going down.
Now some lanes trying to push forward.
Ooh.
More Banelings coming through and some good hits.
Very nice cleanup from Dark. That Banshee is sitting on 1 hit away from death. 5 HP right now. And nice juggling of the Hellbats as well.
Yeah, the Queen in the back does get taken out.
Oh, the Overseer out of position. Finishes the job.
Get bopped.
Now, even better position is Dark. 1-1 finishing up. Burrow and Baneling speed, plus fully saturated third base behind this. No Spire just yet, just now.
There is no stem on the way. There's no stem. He's making more racks. I think he just forgot it. It's been such a long time.
Awkward.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
1-1 is going to be finishing before stem. Never what you want.
Yeah.
Nice links around here. They aren't Hellbats.
Maybe FanTaSy just getting a little bit nervous here in game number 5, especially after that not 100% failed, but kind of aggression gone wrong from FanTaSy.
Maybe it's a little getting a little tired, man. It's been a long series.
That's also definitely part of this. Miscontamination. 4th base coming up here for Dark, and
More of a Ling attack here. Going for that surround again. Not going to find it.
The positioning of the bases kind of remind me of
Expedition Lost?
Expedition Lost, or even what is that other one? Overgrowth. You know, where you get like 4 bases in a row.
Yeah.
Just kind of rotated.
The other side, yeah, like 90%, 90 degrees rotated.
Yeah, I could actually see this map being pretty good for TVZ as
I
long
like
as
this map.
As long as that that Overlord perch gets patched out or something.
Maybe it's the other side that actually does give you that sort of
maybe, you know, I'm not sure.
Hard to say. To experiment on that. Clearly Dark doesn't know there.
Yeah.
Still in a great position. I'd give him definitely the lead at this point. He's droning up his 4th now. And it is a good 4th base to defend. You know, it's right up the top there. It's further away from the Terran as it could possibly be, and gives him a lot of space. And this creep shred's amazing.
Yeah, quite nice. He's getting it down all avenues. Interesting the way the map is laid out. There's a lot of different paths on the map. It's all pretty like bunched together because it's that kind of spiral form.
No stim for these Marines either, so if they get chased down, that's the end of it. Stim nearly finished.
There you go.
Failing. Oh, sorry, Widowmine in position as well. Wasn't back for now.
But so far, not really any drop damage done here from FanTaSy. He's going to be looking for that, but with 13 mutas out and with how good Dark was at stopping the drops on Coda, I'd even think twice before going for much at all.
He was doing that with Corruptors as well, which are a lot slower than mutas. Yep. Yeah, every sort of direction is kind of covered, but he's going to have to start dropping if he wants to get this army out of position so he can start dealing with the creep. It's the name of the game at this point. You cannot just let this creep get out of control or you're never going to find a way in.
Mutas are up in the top of the map. Maybe this is that moment for FanTaSy to try a drop towards the main. There is one medevac already on the way.
Yep, heading down the bottom there. Nice Overlord spread there. It's going to catch it just before it gets to the main.
Dark didn't notice it. You can tell by the angle of the mutas even going back. Yeah. Oh, really nice surround, but the Banelings don't get the best hits.
Still enough for the Lings to clean up there. Now, the drop will be dealt with, but a couple of mutas going down.
Those 2-2 Marines against 0-0 mutaless.
Yeah, it's always going to have that effect. Same time, the Ling Bane R2-2 as well. It's a hard position to attack into, but if he can trigger these mines before the majority of the army comes in, he could just end it right now.
He did just that. So many Lings and Banes coming through, and 18 mutas in the sky for the cleanup. So many Banelings rolling through, and not much left over for FanTaSy.
Everything getting whacked out. Only a Thor remains in this natural. That's going to get shut down as well, and the Lings are going to run amok.
Oh boy, he may have just done it with that one attack.
He may have cracked it. A lot of damage done.
Fantastic engage from Dark.
Yeah, he knew exactly what to do. He's actually a master at triggering these mines.
So important in this day and age of ZVT.
Yep, production. He's sitting on top of it now, and that is a checkmate move from the Zerg.
Yep. Very nicely, played till the end here from Dark. Ends it before FanTaSy can even get to 3-3 as well. Didn't let him get any momentum. Held off all the aggressive attacks. GG. Dark will be moving on to the round of 8 in a very hard-fought series.
Scraping through, dealing with some of these maps that he has very little experience on, clearly.
Yeah. And keep in mind, all the players who played today who didn't have that experience will have it for the weekend. So we shouldn't see this kind of dominance on some of these maps, and we definitely won't be seeing much ZVT on Dash versus Terminal, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we won't see that map again, Valdez. Not from a Zerg player, at least. That was a messy game. Very hard fought as well from Dark, but it wasn't enough either.
FanTaSy looking pretty disappointed with himself. Hard not to be when you get that close. He was in such a great position with that aggressive attack. If he just split his stuff and didn't take that much damage from the Banelings, we could be